Welcome to Window Shop with Car and Driver. This is the show where we give ourselves a challenge and a budget, and we shop for cars online, and then we fight about them and debate them. This week's challenge is to find the quickest car we could possibly find for under $10,000. That was the only rule. That was the only stipulation. Find a $10,000 car or less and hope that it's the fastest. So that's how we will be competing this week. We're joined by contributor John Perley Huffman, and Jonathan Ramsey's joining us again this week. Joey Caparella and Casey Colwell rounds out the crew. Mr. Huffman, do you want to go first?
Well, yes, but hold on a second here. Let me get my right to the beginning here.
Since you undoubtedly have the slowest car.
Yes, I do have the slowest car, but it's a car that I'd actually want.
That wasn't.
Wait, is that Tundra? Another Tundra?
Yeah, Tundra.
Supercharged Tundra.
It is the first 5-second Tundra. No, this is. Do you guys see it?
Yep. We see a car and driver story.
Yeah, this is the car and driver comparison. The 1999 Chevrolet Camaro.
I don't care. Show me the listing. Show me the listing.
Okay.
Here's the buildup. This great car for $9,995. 2002 Z28 in I think it's in Iowa, in Urbandale, Iowa, and it's a 6-speed, 305 horsepower, 5.2 seconds 0 to 60. So it's going to be the slowest car here, but it's going to be the easiest to maintain, the easiest to keep going. And this one only has.
Is it T-tops or a coupe?
It's a coupe, but this one only has 57,000 miles.
Wow, that's awesome with that low miles.
Yeah, that's low miles. That's nice.
Yeah. So this is a car. Now I ran the this 57,000. I ran the Carfax on it, and it's had 3 owners. Sold in Wyoming originally, and it's been painted and it got hit once.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know, but they say it's a minor accident. Let's see if I can find it here. It's
I ain't gonna slow it down though.
Yeah, here it is. Iowa damage report.
Ancestry.com on the Camaro.
Yeah, airbags didn't deploy. Go back to the listing, Burley.
Okay. And I called up the dealership, and they said originally was black, and somebody painted it along the way.
Oh, really? It was black and somebody painted it purple?
Yeah. And they bought it out. The dealership said they didn't know about it because they bought it out of an auction. So this car has some sketchy elements to it, but it's exactly the spec I'd want.
It's got some stories, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a really good paint job if that thing was originally black.
This is why I think that it said it was black on the Carfax report, but I can't imagine they painted the shock tower, so maybe the Carfax is wrong.
Yeah.
You're right. And those can be wrong for sure.
Yeah. So, but I mean, this car looks untouched, unmolested. It doesn't have the T-tops on it, which I like. I don't want T-tops. And
wait, how quick was this?
5.2 0 to 60. I couldn't find the report on the thing. If I look here, they said 12.6 seconds from 0 to 100.
Wait, what was the quarter mile?
Yeah, I couldn't find the quarter mile in the test because it didn't have a spec chart, and Tony Swan didn't report it.
Let me real time fix this for you. What issue is that from?
It's on it's from the February 1999 issue.
Okay.
And this is the car you like, this Camaro.
Well, I drove it a lot when I was working for a certain magazine that no longer exists. We drove these a lot.
What magazine?
Carcraft.
Yeah.
And we were Camaro Craft.
The magazine that shall not be named.
This is me going 100 miles an hour and shooting the photo of the car because that's how cool I was.
Tony told you not to share that.
What did you shoot that with? Like a film camera? Like how long ago was this?
It's 2002. These are 18-year-old photos.
He shot it with a disc cam.
Exactly.
It's 2002. What am I supposed to do? I can't bring in all these.
Wow.
All right, here we go. I got the PDF.
That was the last year of that body.
13.
That was the last year of that Camaro too.
It was the last year of the 4th generation Camaro. A lot of people say it looks like a carp in the front or a catfish. I don't like this front end nose bit, but you got the LS1. It's the same engine that's in the Corvette, and it's a great engine. It's easy to modify. It's easy to make a lot more power without spending a lot more money. The 6-speed is it's a T56. It's a Tremec. It's a T56, so it's a very stout transmission.
Do you remember the massive catalytic converter that takes up all the passenger footwells?
That was on the third and the fourth generation cars. They both put the catalytic converter right there. And the reason why they did that is, I think, is because remember, this has a big giant torque arm suspension in the back, central torque arm. And I think they had to shove everything to the side. They couldn't put anything in the middle of the car, towards the center of the car, because it was filled up with that big suspension arm.
So Casey,
anyway,
how
really well.
quick was it?
What?
Casey needs to tell us the quarter mile time.
13.8 at 104, and almost.
It was perfect timing for the internet to go.
Surprisingly, it got stomped by the Mustang in lane change, which we used to do back then.
Yeah, the Mustang outhandled it, but it still won the comparison test.
So Casey,
and the car, I mean, it's a really nice car to drive. The engine's so sweet.
Did you guys hear the 0 to 6? Or Casey, did you? I couldn't quite hear the.
Cut out.
13.8.
13.8 at 104.
I could have told you it was 13.8 at 104, just on what I remember driving the car.
4.6? Oh no, 5.2.
Yeah,
now, having said
5.2.
that, the big demerit on these cars is they have some of the world's worst build quality. That are not.
So you should buy one.
I would buy one, but it would have to be one of those things where you realize going in that even though they're simple to fix, you're going to be fixing them a lot.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
So
Yeah,
it's slow, it's not that fast, and you don't like the front end. What do you like? And you got to fix it all the time. So
you just described me in one sentence. I'm not too fast, and I have a front end no one likes.
Okay.
He identifies with the car.
If it was a Tundra, they called it a Tundra, it would be perfect. But these cars they're a blast to drive, and they're very simple. I wouldn't be, and I don't want to get something that I think I was going to have to spend a lot of money fixing. This one I could fix for cheap, and that matters to me if I was buying a car, the fast car for cheap. I want to keep it cheap.
All right, thanks, Pearly.
Thank you, guys.
I think you're definitely going to come in last here. I think everyone's under 4 seconds.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Under five, not under 4.
Mr. Ramsey.
Yeah, I went with Pearly's, much of Pearly's philosophy, if not the entire philosophy, in choosing this 1999 Chevrolet Corvette fixed roof coupe. This one is in Phoenix. This was originally going to be when they had they didn't like C4 sales, so GM wanted a stripper car. They called it the Billy Bob Corvette. Well, the brand manager, if they called it the Billy Bob Corvette, it was going to have cloth seats, the 4-speed automatic, and then when they showed the customers, all the customers hated it. So they fixed it, and they put because the manual transmission was more expensive at the time. So they put that in. It's I think 385. No, 350 horsepower. Yeah.
345.
345.
345. Yeah. And then.
So your listing has the later Z06 wheels because the Z06 was based on this, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he swapped those out. They
Right.
came with the standard Corvette wheels, and then the time was 4.8 and 13.2 seconds. And I chose it much like Pearly because there's so much headroom. It's cheap, easy to fix, and there's so much you can do with it. And if you take care of it, it'll last you forever. And
How much do they want for the one that's being sold?
It's 9,400.
How many miles?
147,000.
50 almost.
People like these FRCs because they're stiffer and lighter. So like if you ever go to an autocross, you'll see tons of these.
Yeah, these things are, if you ask the guys at the Ultimate Streetcar Competition, which happens in Las Vegas, they'll say the easiest car to compete in that is with a C5. And because the C5 is a very flexible car and it's a really good chassis and you can do a lot with it, have a lot of fun with it.
And not that expensive to add a lot more. You can make this car a lot quicker for not that much money.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you have.
What could you do with
$600?
$600? 600 under $10,000. So what could you do with 600?
Well, I mean, a cold air intake.
Nitrous.
Jonathan, Jonathan, you have a C5, don't you?
Rush
Yeah, this is
exhaust.
506. It was I swore I would never own a Corvette because growing up in the Midwest, I didn't want to be that guy. And then I drove one. Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have a Weber grill and a Jimmy Buffett 8-track. But then I drove one and I had to eat all my words because
You were going to Margaritaville. 100%.
I have a house in Key West now. I got a little fishing boat, and I love my life. Yeah, so it's the 2001, so it's the least powerful 385, but it's 40 miles to the gallon almost on the highway. I'm actually in a hotel in Indiana right now with the Corvette outside, looking at creepy trucks to buy. So yeah, I can't recommend the C5 Corvette enough. And I would drive this, I would own it. So that's why I chose it.
But yeah, you kind of do already, which is cool.
They're good
Yeah,
cars.
we had a long-term one when I worked at Automobile Magazine. We named it Automobile of the Year, the Z06, and we had a long-term one. And I went 47 miles an hour in that parking structure on Williams in Ann Arbor.
That's
Nice.
terrifying.
And
That's pretty good.
Do you think the
Pretty
statute of
fast.
limitations is up on that?
I think so.
Expression?
It was private property.
And I mean, even in stock form, like it doesn't say I'm the cheapest Corvette you could buy at the time.
No,
I don't think so.
I think it looks better than the hatch or the
Hatch.
cargo or
It's
convertible.
unusual too. I mean, that it's not a Z06 makes it more unusual.
all right.
Yeah.
You,
They only
Jonathan.
made, they only made 4,000 of them because people ended up buying the others in droves.
Yeah, they're rare. You never see the hardtop unless it's a Z06, a later Z06.
Yeah.
All right, Joey.
So I picked a car and I'm very proud of the fact that it is not at all a performance car, but it is very quick. I was actually shocked to see.
So wait, what did
this
it take to find this car, Joey?
So I was looking through a lot of the old Car and Driver track sheets, and it was hard to find the balance of like, okay, I want something not that old, but not that new, because if it's too new, it's too expensive. And if it's too old, it's not quick enough. So I was looking from like 2005 to around 2010 or 2011. And like a lot of the sports cars are still too expensive. A lot of the AMGs and BMW M's are too expensive. So I found another sports sedan, Jaguar XF Supercharged. And it's a very specific to the 2010 model year because, so this is our road test from 2010. The first year of the XF Supercharged was 2009, and it had a 4.2 liter supercharged V8. The year later, they put in the 5 liter supercharged V8, which is still around today. And this car had 470 horsepower,
Wow.
0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds, quarter mile, 12.7 at 112 miles per hour. So like, it looks like just kind of a normal Jaguar, but this is really, really quick, even by today's standards.
Totally. It's a total sleeper.
Yeah, we had a
And
long.
someone
I think we had a
would know.
long term. I don't know if we had a long term of that because it was a 10 best car, wasn't it?
It was a 10
think
best
it
car
was.
1 year.
Yeah.
Doesn't Jaguar's reputation and for reliability scare you off a little bit?
But it's so cheap and so fast. Like it meets the requirements, doesn't it?
The challenge wasn't reliability, Pearly. I know that you brought that into it for some
And Pearly,
No.
What are
He's
your
trying
selling-
hard. He's trying hard to make a case for it.
I was going to say, one of Pearly's selling points was the simple, constant reliability of his Camaro. So
I mean, personally, I think I nailed it. I've got to say.
You know, I don't know if you guys know, but if you look at my hair, it says Camaro. So I don't know why you guys don't, you know.
but you can park it into the repair next to his Jaguar in the repair garage. 'Cause
That's
you'll
true.
both be there.
That's
I also
awesome,
just
Joey.
like how specific it is. Like just a few years later, the XF Supercharged went back to a 3 liter V6. So like this didn't exist for a while. It wasn't the high performance XFR. It's just like this really sleeper car that I think everyone's forgotten about. And like I personally was shocked to see how fast it was.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. Like I want to say like during that, like they had like a completely different model lineup almost every year.
Yeah.
Where it's just like tiny, like it was like one engine gets changed and the other engine gets changed, and then it just kind of filtered that way. And
That's amazing.
yeah, that's a pretty good find.
I gotta say, I think this car is better looking than the current XF too.
It has aged really well.
I went on the launch of the current XF, and one of the journalists asked, a completely different car. They asked, "So what have you guys changed?"
It was a whole new generation. You couldn't tell.
Like everything.
Yeah, our colleagues are just top notch. Every one of them.
That's
Isn't that
very
motorized
true.
vents? Look at the like.
So 120,000 miles, $9,900.
Yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good shape, and the ad is pretty comprehensive. So I feel like
So this is a 5 liter or a 4 set? This is a 5 liter.
5 liter,
5 liter.
supercharged, 400. So the XFR had like 510 horsepower, but this was a detuned version. But in our test, they were equally quick.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has more low end torque if it's
Yeah,
detuned,
it ties the
or
XFR.
it was just detuned by the marketing department.
Yeah, it could just be marketing, Pearly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, it
Hard
was
to remember.
cheaper. You cannot find an XFR for this cheap. That's for sure. I mean, you can't find many to begin with because
And this one looked like it was loved. It looks like it was dealer service. They just did the 100,000 mile service.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wheels look in great shape. All the interior wood looks good.
Yeah.
I think it's in a mobbed up part of New York. It's in Horseheads, New York. It sounds like a scene from The Godfather.
Yeah, it's upstate.
Yeah, it's right next door to Cement Shoes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I think it'd be a pretty good buy. I mean, maybe not like, you don't want to keep it for
Don't make it a good deal. You take it, okay? You like this car.
Anyway, this of all of our window shop.
Let's wait. Let's let Pearly riff here for a minute.
You'll be happy. I swear. You don't like it? You come back. You bring it back to me. I tell you why you like it.
I think Casey, that's our cold close for this episode.
Gotta call it.
It's gonna take it away.
We're hitting
Yeah, I think
Horseheads.
of all
Horseheads.
of
Yeah,
all of
that's
the
a
window shop episodes, I think I'm actually most proud of finding this.
Yeah, that's a very unexpected find. That's solid.
Yeah.
I think you need to be complimented for just knowing that the car is out there. This car is kind of so obscure that I would never have thought of it.
I mean, I didn't even think of it at first. It just took a lot of research, and then it appeared.
I was gonna say he didn't know the car was out there until he went to the archives.
Yeah.
Well done. Well
It's a
done.
testament to car and driver testing.
My car's quicker. How about
Oh.
yours, Casey? Is yours quicker than that Jaguar?
It is. It is.
By
Hold
how
on a
much?
second. Hold on a second. My hold on. Brad may have to edit this out.
Okay.
My internet was just doing something weird.
Pearly can keep doing that voice he was doing.
Just
I thought I was trying to be entertaining,
The new character. No, you are being entertaining. You can entertain while we wait for Casey to find this. Casey, how did
You want me to show my video?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So
I want to see that.
I kind of
You
started
thought the
hunting.
photo was bad, Jonathan.
It's me doing like 140 through the mountains of California.
Oh God.
One hand on the wheel.
One finger.
No, I started looking. I kind of was using memory because like Joey, it's like it's that 10 to 15-year-old car that was mega powerful that just appreciated like crazy. But then I ended up going on to Auto Trader and I searched by low fuel economy and body
that's
style.
A smart filter.
Really?
So yeah, it was low fuel economy. It was like
That's
lowest
really
possible
smart.
fuel economy.
idea.
I originally did 8 cylinders and above. I did a 6-cylinder and above search, but yeah, it was kind of like I was like, well, big power is low fuel economy, and I came across a bunch of there's like a bunch of SRT8s and stuff that like early SRT8s. Magnums have surprisingly held their value.
They're rare. They're really
Way
rare.
more than
But I
Sorry,
landed on
Canadian,
this guy, and I know Jonathan's gonna darn it
Ooh.
all. Thought I deleted that.
We get spammed.
Wait, here we go. So I landed on, and I know Jonathan's going to give me shit for this one because it's moderately over budget,
Oh, here we go.
but I think it's well within negotiating range. And
Ooh.
and
The
so yeah,
V10, right?
yeah. So this is what are these E60s? Is that right?
Yeah.
The Bengal butt.
Casey, go through the photos. Go through.
Yeah, I am. I'm scrolling.
Talk about repair.
Okay,
So
it's
this
got-
was a this was the
Got
so if-
M6 wheels in the back.
yeah. So it's M6 wheels in the back, which is a weird spot, and that's also a negotiating tactic. And the guy also went kind of crazy with the 3-color BMW trim, both in the
Oh, yeah.
grill, and yeah, I the assignment was quickest, Tony. This
Yeah,
was-
yeah. No, it is. How
And-
quick is it? How quick is it?
So these moved pretty good. These were 4.2, 12.5 at 118.
Whoa.
At an SMG, right?
He's there.
Yeah. So this was that it was a single clutch automated manual,
Oh,
and they sounded awesome. I mean, they still sound
Yeah,
awesome.
V10. How can you beat that?
You
Yeah,
know,
so-
look, sorry.
And also, but this interior is I see like that. Like I don't know that, but
mm,
Is that tape?
yeah.
it might be electrical tape. Yeah.
Electrical tape.
But it's the interior is pretty clean. It's got a lot of miles, but
How many miles are on it?
you know,
It's not too bad.
100,000.
100,000.
The
Oh, this one's lower. No, I found another one that was like 170. Yeah, I guess this is a lower.
Oh, you're
this is a lower-
over budget, but you're presumably within negotiating range. You're only 10%
Aren't
out.
these kind of, you know, again, I know we're not supposed to talk reliability, but aren't these kind of like notorious grenades?
Oh yeah,
I
these
don't
are
know.
terrible. Yeah, these
Yeah.
are really bad.
They are bad.
That's why it costs this much.
Yeah.
Hugely expensive grenades.
I have to say, one of the great things about these cars I remember is they just sound great. They sound great. But the other thing is, you look at the chart. It makes me think the bargain might be the STS V.
I did look at some of those, but they're not that quick.
It wasn't
Yeah.
quick enough for
I
the
mean,
assignment.
not compared to
Yeah. That's well. So
it's
I
not
almost
that much off. It's 4.4. I can't say no. It's 4.6, isn't it?
Yeah, but Pearly, some of us were interested in winning.
I was also and so it was between this and
Now,
actually I
some
found
of
a-
you are
an O-
obsessed with winning. I think about things. You guys just want to win.
No, but that's not the challenge. The challenge was win.
Oh God.
Get the quickest car.
Okay.
Remind me never to go to war with Pearly.
Well, it just means that
Yeah,
the
I
next
don't
one of
think
these
about
is I'm
it.
coming armed for a bear. I'm not gonna lose another one.
No, I almost picked an 07 E63, which was that was like first year of the 6.2 liter. And those things moved, but they were as quick as this to 60, but not as quick in the quarter. So I went with the assignment winner.
I mean, I think it's if you're borrowing someone's it's great.
Bama.
Is this Emmy's first
Bama.
appearance on the show?
This is Emmy's first appearance on the
Come
show.
here, Bama.
Well, no, she was in the background on the couch.
Yeah, but she wasn't on the show. She usually is just looking out the window.
I was trying to get my dog up here, but he won't move for me.
Your dog is so big, Pearly.
Bama,
Not gonna fit in the
Bama.
screen.
come on, come here.
Anyway,
Here he is. Come here, Bama.
And wait, what about what's the listing say? What that has it had any work done or?
so yeah, the listing is typical,
dealer.
small dealership copy and paste from whatever,
Right.
they probably found this on some they probably found this on some page buried on carandriver.com.
Just copy
know,
and paste the stuff.
Yeah, just copy and paste a list of features.
Right.
But
Yeah, I definitely want a full service history. I definitely would want to know as much as I could because
The wheels are just concerning. Like, why would they be different?
the wheels are concerning, but I maybe they make it quicker. Maybe they maybe
That's
those
a
have the,
generous. That's a generous take.
I think
maybe
they
those have the drag
junkyard.
radials on them.
Or maybe they were just looking at, they went to a junkyard to
Hey,
replace.
is that my Jag in the background?
that is your
Yeah.
XF.
I think it's worse.
So this is in Cincinnati. I might make Jonathan go look at it.
I might need to go check this out. Indeed, and that's a Tundra. Thought that was if that was a.
It's
the
like
Coma.
everything all in one.
Ooh, no, you got a
It's a
There's
one-stop
there's a
shop for
place for it.
everybody's
Hey, and
possessions.
a dually Ram? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta send me this listing.
This
I need
is
to
a
go
good
look.
dealership. You can tell.
Did you run? You wouldn't happen to have run a Carfax on this because the change of wheels makes me suspicious that it's been hit.
Oh yeah, there's an
auto-
accident report.
Accident
Auto
reported.
check.
Multiple owners.
Click that auto check thing.
Oh man, what's
What's
gonna
the
happen to my
equivalent of
computer?
No, I think you have to buy it. I don't think it's available for free.
Oh, never mind.
All right, Joey, what's your credit card
paid for
number?
mine.
Nobody's watching. Tell it to me.
I'm gonna get scammed.
All right, thank you, Casey.
We need to add like 0.3 seconds for Casey because he's over budget.
Oh,
Yeah, which
interesting.
would put him behind
I
my
think you can.
Jaguar.
Well, then that would make me the winner because
Well, no, we're definitely judging this based on quarter mile.
I found S600, 0 to 60, same as Casey's car,
What's the quarter mile?
$8,000, 84,000 miles, twin turbo V12.
Yeah, that wins. That's better.
It says it's an AMG. Is that correct?
It is not. I think they put on those AMG wheels, and it has an
Yeah.
AMG appearance package, so it has the bumpers.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the 0 to 60 in quarter mile?
The 0 to 60 is 4.2. Let me see if the quarter mile is in this story.
That's such a lush.
12.
Wait,
0 to
2007.
62.
Wait, 2007 is the next generation.
What kind of Lamborghini is that?
That is a mess.
Say,
That
it's
is.
Spanish dialect.
Oops. Wait, but 2007 was the next generation S-Class.
It's the same engine.
That doesn't count.
So it's going to be as quick, if not quicker, than the later.
I don't know. We need verification.
This
Yeah.
is W220, right?
Yeah.
600, 2003. Okay. August 2003.
I found it.
4.3.
What is this?
Frank Marcus. Whatever happened to him?
That's just the regular S600, not the.
Yeah, that's what he has in the ad. Is the S600.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, Tony
So it's
wins.
4.3. And what's the quarter mile?
I think, Tony, why don't you step away from the computer for a bit so we can all discuss this and figure out what's happened and what we're gonna do.
I don't think I'm DQ'd yet. I don't think I'm just.
Oh, you're not DQ'd, but you might not win.
I might not win. I think you're absolutely right, Joey. I think I got a little cocky.
All
know,
right,
it's
I'm going back
interesting,
to my other entry.
Where?
Of the 5 cars, only 2 of them have manual transmissions. Me and Jonathan.
There you go. Which should also give us a
I'll pull up the. If it's not in there,
Does
I'll
John Force rock a manual?
John Force uses some sort of Lenko or some sort of 2-speed in and out box. I'd put that in my car if I could win.
Lenko.
Yeah, it's 4.3. It's 4.3 to 60. So it looks like Casey has the quicker car.
And you tied with my Jaguar.
No,
I've always wanted to drive a car with a Lenko in it.
But what's the quarter mile?
I don't know. I can't.
I'm gonna pull up the track sheet. I've got
This
it.
story is the most unhelpful story I think I've ever read.
That's
12.5.
why we banished
12.5
Frank
at
Marcus to another publication.
That says
Whoa.
12.5.
That's
Whoa.
quick.
12.5 at
12.5?
115. So
Okay,
that's
that's
slower.
quick actually.
Is that quicker than your car, Casey?
No, I think it was 12.5 at 118.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you win.
Yeah, 12.5, 118.
It's quicker than Joey's, though, isn't it?
Mine's 12.7.
Mm.
So close.
So who wins?
Boy, that was
50.
yeah.
KC wins with his M5 and 0 to 60 and 4.2.
Came in the back door with the crazy auto trader search and takes home the silverware.
But then
Yeah,
he is over budget.
But he's over budget, so
I
I
am
think
over
I
budget.
win.
His,
I am, wait. Hold on just one second.
his car was sketchy.
No.
Super
I think-
sketchy. Had electrical tape on the door.
I think I win because I did the challenge correctly.
It
And
sounds
didn't
like
try to pull up
Caparella.
with the
Sounds
wrong.
like
test
Caparella
result.
gets this one.
I won.
I think I win.
You
I
got
won. We tied on 0 to 60, Joey.
I'm the
and then
only
I beat
one-
you in quarter mile.
But I'm saying you should be penalized for trying to pass off the wrong generation.
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention because I didn't pay any attention to the pass.
Well, then you get a penalty and I win.
I'm the only one who's man enough to say I lose.
Well, no one was
Okay,
arguing that.
wait a minute. We're okay.
What are we
There
looking
you
at now?
Bama.
No, this is the one I almost used.
Oh,
In budget,
What are the
4
numbers?
to
Barely.
12.6.
But that's
This
That's
is
fine.
it's that thing on the rear. I don't know what's going on there. I'm calling that a feature. But other than that, that's it.
What they do? What they do to the back of that car?
I don't know.
So then
Like-
KC wins. Sort of.
ooh.
Photo finish. Let's call
Aren't
it
we?
photo finish.
Can't we all just say we're all winners?
No.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, absolutely not.
You know,
All right.
I think we all equally won, finding cars that really reflect our personality.
Was there a best car of the bunch?
Yeah, mine.
Miss
that's
Congeniality.
Everyone thinks their car's the best of the bunch.
80,000 miles.
Joey, I think yours is the best.
I
Just
think mine's the best car.
No, that S class. I'm sorry.
I have
That,
a twin turbo V12.
that thing is pretty buttery.
Well,
That's
every-
that
every
0
time
to
I see-
60. That 0 to 60 is, it might be, what was it, 4.2, 4.3, whatever it is.
4.3.
But you feel like you're going 40. You don't feel like you're going 60.
Right. Well, there's
I mean,
that.
that's
The problem I always have with those S classes is whenever I see them on the street, they always have a blown air suspension. And they're sitting on
reliability,
their-
of course.
they're
Oh
sitting
yeah,
on their-
product reliability.
That's what he brings in every time.
I have to bring reliability. You know, if you're going to buy one of these things, would you really buy that car?
We overlooked your chrome wheels. Okay.
And you just said your car always needs fixing. I don't understand why you keep dinging someone else. They're going to be in the same garage you're going to be in, getting dirty, fixing.
I already
their car.
conceded.
No way,
conceded
no
this
way the shops
competition.
that
I
are
lost.
fixing that S600 will touch a Camaro.
When they see Pearly pull up in his purple Camaro, are you kidding me? Oh, please.
You know,
Sir, step out of the way.
I'm not gonna apologize for living with style.
I'm telling you, we gotta get Hearst to like just put some money behind this to the point where we actually go out and buy cars and do this
And then
Yes.
drag race
in person
to see
and
who really is the
ridicule each
favorite.
other in person.
I agree. One story, at least, to try it out. We should
Once a
definitely-
year. Yeah, we'll do this once a year and then hopefully we can do it more often.
I think they ought to put the money into the freelance budget. So I don't know why you guys would think that.
Don't make me mute you.
So, with Pearly, it's never just great. It's never just, hey, that's a great idea. Thanks. It's always, well, you
All
see.
right. They come from different places, really. All right. Well, I guess that brings us to the end of this episode, which went a little longer than expected. But
Nina.
if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.